My presentation is about cultures and sexuality. In this PowerPoint, I will be talking about sexuality within different cultures and how it varies between each. So, a common question if you're talking about this topic would be, do other cultures view sex the same way the United States views sex? So, what I want to talk about first is, what do we define as sex? So many Americans count only penis and vagina intercourse as sex. Nearly everyone agrees that penis and vagina intercourse counts as sex, but there is less agreement about whether oral genital sex counts as having sex. So what does this mean for LGBTQ? So that is why it's a controversial agreement right there, because depending on where you vary on LGBTQ, you can't always have penis and vagina intercourse, but they still classify them as having sex. So, in the United States, we tend to view our sexual behavior as the only pattern in existence, and certainly as the only natural pattern. So, whatever sexual regulations that are seen in other cultures, we might see them as taboo just based off of where we come and how our culture is. A topic I want to talk about is the sexual behavior regulations. So, there is some form of regulation in sexual behavior for almost every culture. And one of them that I want to talk about is incest. So, this is the sexual act between people who are closely related. So, this could be sister and brother having sexual intercourse, or a cousin and cousin having sexual intercourse, being impregnated by a relative. So this is seen as taboo in most cultures. It's a common agreement among most cultures that it is wrong and it shouldn't happen. And it is illegal in the United States. Another sexual behavior that is regulated is pornography. So pornography refers to material dealing with sex designed to arouse its readers or interviewers. So this is legal in the United States as long as all participants are consenting and over the age of 18, along with the viewers being over the age of 18. So in the United States, you can't give consent unless you're over the age of 18. So that's why there's a certain age limit. Most other countries regulate pornography as well, and it's legal in most other cultures. So, how is pornography made available, especially in the United States, as well in other cultures? So, in the United States, pornography is made available through websites. So, some popular websites in the United States, at least, is Pornhub or OnlyFans. There are other common ones, but these are the most popular that I've noticed throughout research. And so there are other sources such as chat rooms where you can connect with other people and send nude pictures, DVDs and videos where sexual acts are being recorded and shown to an audience, magazines where nude pictures are being shown. A magazine that shows this is Hustler. There's live entertainment, which is not popular in the United States, but there's game shows that show sexual acts to arouse an audience. Another way that it's made available is kiddie porn. So this is child pornography, and this is any visual depiction of sexually explicit conduct involving a minor, which is someone who is less than 18 years old, and this is illegal in the United States as well as in a lot of other cultures. So, talking more about the sexual game shows, these are shows in which participants perform sexual acts in front of a live audience. This is not popular in the United States and is seen as weird or taboo. We don't see this on television. We can't have those type of acts on live television and stuff like that. This is more seen in Japan, and it usually involves women performing sexual acts or in sexual manners to sexually arouse the audience. This could be controversial and is controversial as could depict women as objects and just for entertainment, pure entertainment, and that's all it is. And so I think that's why it's not as common throughout other cultures. So masturbation is a topic that is around sexuality and is controversial among many cultures. So this is the self-stimulation of the genitals to produce sexual arousal. So some societies tolerate or even encourage masturbation during childhood and adolescence. This could be for to explore your own body or for like self-power. But almost all societies express some disapproval of adult masturbation. This could be because of conflict in marriage, religion, just different culture outlooks. Um, Female masturbation is not as common as male masturbation in the public's eye. This could be because it's seen as not ladylike and women shouldn't do those type of acts. That's what it's believed by many people. But some statistics are 92% of American men masturbate, but Americans only think 83% of men do. And 76% of American women masturbate, but Americans only think 66% of women do. So this could be due to female masturbation being frowned upon as to why the numbers are lower on the female side rather than male side. These statistics could also be skewed because women's masturbation is frowned upon and it could be seen as an embarrassing topic. So there could be women not giving as much truthful answers to these statistics. Um, Something that is seen in other cultures would be if seen masturbating by their husband, they may be beaten severely, and that is not seen as much or allowed as much in the American United States culture because physical abuse from a man to a woman is illegal, but there could still be some disapproval there. So I want to talk about how affection is shown between cultures. So kissing and hugging is very common sexual technique among the United States and other cultures. It is seen as taboo in some cultures though, like when the Tonga, I don't know if I'm saying that right, of America first saw Europeans kissing, they laughed and said, "Look at them, they eat each other's saliva and dirt." So they're actually saying this as kind of gross, and which we would think is taboo, like a taboo thought, like that is just odd, because it's a way that we show affection. But kissing can also be used as greeting in some cultures. So kissing someone on the cheek when greeting, saying hello or goodbye, is normal in Belgium, France, and Switzerland. Homosexuality. So this includes the LGBTQ plus community. So there are many different opinions towards same-sex relationships and sexual behaviors between same-sex. Countries who have a positive view on same-sex relationships, just a few of them would be Denmark, Netherlands, Sweden, Germany, France, Great Britain, and parts of the United States. Some countries who are against same-sex relationships, there's even some states that are leaning more against same-sex relationships. Um, Same-sex marriage is legal in 29 countries, and there are pride parades all around the United States that are here to embrace LGBTQ plus. Here are my references, and that concludes my presentation.